Hey y'all, I'm Kai, and today I'll be showing off some new cards from Attack on Titan Final Season. Now, you probably have some questions in your mind right now going, hey, who is this guy? And doesn't he normally do Vanguard content? And the answer for that will be yes. Normally, I am a commentator. Last time you probably would have seen me was at BRO, where I was sitting next to Ken, and we were commentating BRO AO region for Weiss. Otherwise, you might have seen me at like a tournament, because I've been playing in tournaments for quite a while. Went to Worlds as well. But for the Vanguard players, or the players who don't normally play Weiss, I will give you a Cliff's Notes version on why you should be playing Weiss Schwarz right now and why it is good. So imagine you pick your favorite series, and you build your deck from that, and then you battle an opponent, another player, who also built something from their favorite series, and you're just playing card games, right? But you don't have to imagine that anymore, because that can be a reality. Go check out Weiss Schwarz and the Weiss Schwarz website. They have a lot of series available that you can just pretty much pick up, build a deck, and play with. And it's not just anime. It might seem like everything in Weiss Schwarz is anime, but it's not. There's things like Hololive. You have Adventure Time as well, and some of these series that English side is getting, English originals, they're fresh, and they've been getting some really good ones. Recently they also announced Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I'm sure that's going to get quite a few people interested. So make sure to just check out what is happening, and then you can find time, build a deck, make friends, and play some Weiss. Now, Attack on Titan is coming out very soon as well. Soon as in September, so time flies. We all know time flies recently. And if you really like Attack on Titan, then this is the perfect time for you to dedicate your hearts to Weiss Schwarz. So go check that out. Go check out the website. There are the rules there as well. There's a lot of great content creators on YouTube as well that will teach you how to play, or teach you what it gets, how to build your deck and things like that. It's a really good game. I made a lot of friends with it. So you should give it a try as well. So now that we all know what Weiss Schwarz is and why we should be playing it, let's get down to business and talk about some new cards. So the first we have, let's take a look at, is the level 1 climax combo. We have Eren here. Eren, Conversation at Sunset. It has 2 effects. The first one is when this card is placed on stage from hand, this card gets plus X power until the end of turn, and X is equal to the number of Eldian or Corpse characters you have times 500. So basically, if you have 4 other cards, this guy becomes a 7k power, which is pretty good. But then you have the climax combo, which is the second effect. So when this card's battle, opponent becomes reversed. If a rare confession is in your climax area and you have another Eldian or Corpse character, search your deck for up to 1 Eldian or Corpse character, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Choose one of your characters, and that character gets plus 1000 power until the end of turn. So you can kind of snowball these. Once you get 1 reverse, you give something else with 1k power and kind of get more reverses, and life is good, right? So what does this actually combo with? So what is that climax? So the climax is actually choice. So, I like standby, but when I can't standby, I like choice. Choice is my go-to 1k1. And this is a rare confession, climax. He's got a bit of a frown, but, when you get the higher rarity version, he turns that frown into like a half frown, I guess. This is basically what happiness looks like in the AOT world. No smiles, just blushes, I guess, right? Just blushes. So the next card we're gonna see is level 3 Armin. This one is your kind of a finisher, right? But it is got 2 effects. So the first one is to come into play, draw 2, discard 1. It's pretty standard, it helps you dig. The second one is the actual climax combo. So this ability activates up to 1 time per turn. When damage dealt by this card is cancelled, if Old Friends is in your climax area, reveal the top 9 cards of your deck, shuffle your deck, and you may deal X damage to your opponents. X is equal to the total number of choice triggers in the trigger icon of those cards. That's pretty cool. This is free. Like, the second effect is actually free. You don't pay anything for it. And then it also doesn't ruin your compression, right? You just reveal, show some climaxes, deal damage. That is it. Very simple to use. And I mean, compression is a lie. So, hey, if you reveal like 7 climax, they're probably just going to take it, right? And you probably kind of already know what Old Friends is going to be, just from the requirement of that second effect. And that is, it's another choice climax, right? It's another choice climax. This is Old Friends. This is where, Armin is punching Eren. And then the high rarity of this version is just, Armin getting destroyed. I guess this is what friendship is all about, but we still have more cards to show off. So we've shown the combos. Let's take a look at some of the support cards, all right? So first off, we have is Sasha, Conversation at Sunset. So this one is a level support. It's 2-1 level support, right? First effect is that level support effect. So assist, all your characters in front of this card get plus X power, X is equal to that character's level times 500. But then it has a second effect. This is not really a climax combo, it's more like a climax swapper, right? So when this card is placed on stage from hand, put one rare confession or old friends from your hand into the waiting room, and then if you do pay that cost, you can choose one rare confession or old friends in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So it's basically you just swap to the climax that you want. But then this third effect is pretty cool. So auto, when your climax with the choice icon in its trigger icon is placed on your climax area, all your characters get plus 1/5 until the end of turn. So you can hit big. Your stuff is getting pumped up big. Your choice climax also gives 1k. So it's basically giving 2/5 to the front row. This just lets you play your level 1 combo at level 2, right? Pretty cool. If your opponent's building a board, right, trying to win board, you just break that board and make them feel bad. So overall, a pretty interesting card. The next card that can also help you break more boards is Connie. So this guy is a 2/1/6/5. Has two effects. The first one is during your turn, this card gets plus 1/5 power for each of your other Eldian or Corpse characters. So if you have a full board, this guy is basically 12/5, 2/1. Pretty good, right? You know, just that can pretty much run over a lot of things. The second effect is when your climax with the choice in its trigger icon is placed on your climax area, look at the top card of your deck. Put it on the top of your deck or into your waiting room, and this card gets the following ability until the end of turn. So then you get this effect, which is when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may put the top card of your deck into your stock. So basically, if you can get that second effect off, he is free, right? You paid one for him, but then you blind stock another card. So hey, you got this card for free. This guy was slamming the board, hitting like 12/5, and then like, you know, with climax 13/5, you get random powers like maybe like a global support, you know, it's like 14k, even like a level support. It's like you're hitting huge numbers of this guy, so it's pretty easy to get a reverse off and then get its power back and just like break more boards again, right? But it's still not over, right? We still have a lot of support for these cards because, you know, a lot of people were talking at Sunset. So next we have is Mikasa Conversation at Sunset. This one is pretty good support utility card because it lets you get more climaxes. So it's a level 0, 500 power, you know, not much going there. But the first effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may pay the cost, which is pay one stock and then put one Eldian or Corpse character from your hand into your waiting room. If you do, look at the top, up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them, and put it into your hand, and then put the rest into your waiting room. So this can get basically, and it can get climaxes. That's the thing that you want to. You want to get climaxes so that you can climax combo even more. But then the second effect is a nice plus as well. So when your climax with the choice in its trigger icon is placed on your climax area, choose one of your characters, and that character gets plus 1,500 power until the end of turn. So again, you are hitting more things, like you're pumping things up bigger, you're running over things, you're making sure you can run over things, and then if there is actually something you just can't get over, you can just like kind of run this Mikasa into it, and that's fine, as long as you're winning the other 2 lanes. So overall, a nice utility card, but also just getting that extra power is really, really cool too. So the last support we're going to reveal today is Armin, because he was also conversing at Sunset as well. But he's pretty cool. If you remember Armin from before, he was your 3/5 runner, he was your 2k support, he helped you mill, right? And today, he also helps you a lot as well, right? So the first effect we have here with Armin is all your characters get 500 power. So it's pretty much like a global 500 for Eldian and Corpse characters. But the second effect is the interesting one. So when your character's trigger check reveals a climax with choice in its trigger icon, you may pay the cost, which is put one Eldian or Corpse character from your hand into your waiting room. If you do choose one Eldian or Corpse character in your waiting room, return it to your hand, choose one of your characters, and that character gets a plus 2,000 power until the end of turn. So if you know what choice does, right, you have a choice, right? When you trigger it, you pick a card with a soul icon and you can add it to your hands, or you can stock charge it, which is cool. But now you can turn that card into any card, right? So you can either, you know, salvage your level 1s without those soul triggers, or you can like stock and then also hand filter. So that's a pretty nice choice for you, right? It's like choiceception. But then on top of that ability, right, you can just give something 2k. So something's not hitting something, hey, randomly 2k, you know, it's out of counter range now, hey, this is good times, right? So you get a global 500 on top of that as well, but then you get like a hand filter, and then you also get plus 2,000 power. And it works with any choice, right? So that seems pretty cool, but you might be going, you know, hey, I'm not feeling a choice so far, right? Maybe one of the combos isn't to my liking. Let's not forget, they did also reveal another choice climax and that is the Bushiroad prize card. So yeah, this Armin I think is pretty good. I think it's really, really good. If you're an 8 choice player, if you're an 8 choicer, then this will definitely help you a lot. And a lot of these support cards as well, they all don't require specific choice combos. So it just works, right? It just works. So that is all the reveals that I have today. There were a lot, and they were very cool, I think. Hopefully, you are all quite excited for AOT 3 coming out, and I'd just like to thank you all for watching. I'd also like to thank Bushiroad as well for giving me this opportunity to just show off some of the cool Weiss cards, and hopefully getting some of you guys new, maybe non-Weiss players interested in Weiss, right? It's the perfect time to start. There's a lot of cool series out, right? It's not just anime. There's a bunch of, Adventure Time, Hololive, things like that. Go check out that product line, and you might find something that you like, or just make sure to, keep an eye out on what might be coming in the future, so you might be interested in that. I'll see you guys all next time. All right, bye.